Here we go.
Oh, there you are. Welcome. Come on in. Don't be shy.
Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome. Don't be shy. Good to see all of you, all my friends in here. Great to see all you guys. Bill, we're absolutely on the edge of our seat for what Bill has to share. And thank you, Bill. Bill's always sharing something. Thank you, Bill Barkley. I'm looking out for that, Bill. Yeah. So today's going to be today's going to be a Planetary Union coach little talk. It's going to be a quickie, but it's going to be important. And let's just say hi. Let's do the romper room thing. And I see Sci-Fi Mombi. Hello, Sci-Fi Mombi. And Mr. Lundell. Good to see both of you. Good to see Mr. Lundell and Sci-Fi Mombi. Sci-Fi Mombi's been all over the place lately. I've seen her all over the place. And Bill Barkley is going to share stuff with us. Kind of a rant, but maybe, I don't know. Interesting. And Troy, Troy's been hanging out. Troy's been hanging out with Maria and me, and it's always, we're not going to be sick with Troy. We're never going to be sick with Troy. Good to see my friend Troy. And it was fun this morning, Troy, right? We were at the Marissa Pay stream, right? Well, her radio show / stream, and Don Most from Happy Days was on there. Huh? That was really interesting. Wow, I was surprised. I didn't know who she was having on. And but when I got there, Troy and Maria were already there. So that was if anybody wants to, if Maria or Troy want to throw in the link to that show, I think people will enjoy it. If I can, I'll do it. But yeah, no. Oh, great hanging out with you, my friend. And John DeMarco and all his Luminites. Good to see John. Good to see my friend John DeMarco. Absolutely wonderful to see all you guys in here. And Resolute Germ, there he is, my favorite Germ. Much better than COVID. Good to see Resolute. Yeah, and Bill's got me all curious now. It's okay, whatever it is, I'm sure it's great. And Sci-Fi Mombi joined us the other day on the panel in here with the Island of the Stars people. And I heard by the way, that it was our friend Joe Malazzi's birthday yesterday, so give him a shout out. Happy birthday, Joseph. How many here are old enough to remember Romper Room? That's a good question. But I think a lot of people in here are at least hearing of it, right? And hey, thank you, Georgie boy. Good to see you, Georgie boy. Oh, it's okay. Glad to see you, my friend. And I caught you. It's been really late for me to catch you guys lately, you and Denali, but I'm trying to catch you guys. I remember the reruns. This is Sci-Fi Mombi. He's a spring chicken. Sci-Fi Mombi. And hello, Dave G Sound. Good to see you, my friend Dave. Good to see you. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Before we get started, let's see what Bill's got to share. So, PJ, here goes. Recently, I noticed a like from Scott Grimes to something I posted. Ah, interesting. But it was something I posted 5 years ago. Don't know if it's a fake account or a real one. Which one is it, Bill? What's is the account? You want to share the account? Thank you, Troy. Thank you. I was just about to do that. Thank you. That was a great stream. By the way, that radio show, which we've hooked I got Troy hooked on that a little bit. That radio show, Dr. Marissa, has got every once in a while, it's got some really interesting people on it. I would go check that out and subscribe to it. So thank you, Troy. Bill, what was that? I mean, that's I listen. I've gotten a couple likes from Scott, and I'm not sure if it's him or somebody doing the account for him, right? But yeah. For a spring chicken. Yeah, listen. The 40s are the new 40s are like the new 25. The 40s are like the new 25 to 30, right? 50s are like the new 30s. So, listen, people live one of the things that makes us old is inactivity, stress. We should be running around in our 40s like when we were, well, not like quite, but almost like when we were like, in our teens. We should be running around. We should be getting exercise. We should be playing ball. We should be I don't know, going to dance class, we should be moving around. So it's like listen, look at what's that guy's name? I'm gonna get way off topic here. I was looking at the what's his name? Wait, what's his name? Yeah, this guy here. Let's see. Let me just share. All right. Look at this guy. Look at Lou Hollander. Hollander is a guy who is in his 90s. He's 92, and I think he's 92 or 93, and he's a triathlete. He's a little younger in this picture here, but he looks the same. That's him. Yeah, he's like the guy's like 92, 93. Now I got a comment down from that by how I was really Dolly. Yeah, I got several Dolly accounts like checking us out in our community, and those are fake guys. Except unless it's the blue check mark one with her. Hey Maria Tiantelli, good to see you, Lady Vampira. It was great to see Lady Vampira on for the first time the other day. And yeah, check this guy. This guy's really interesting. This guy's a physicist who, when he retired, he just became an athlete. And this very interesting guy. Very interesting guy. Very interesting young guy. Yeah, I'm about 30. There you go, Dave. There you go. 44 is young from my perspective in my 50s. So Troy's like 30, right? It's the new 30. Like you're about 29, 30-ish, Troy. Now, if it's a real account, I question the actor's intelligence and not noticing when I don't know, Bill, because listen, I've liked stuff that's really old, and I know other people have liked stuff that's really old. So, I mean, I think it's okay to like stuff that's old. If it happens to pop up and you like it, I don't see a problem with it. I think it's quite flattering that, it very well could be Scott Grimes. Do you want to share what account it is? Do you want to? So, I mean, the real Scott Grimes account. All right. Because he's liking something that's old, Bill, I don't discount that it's him. It just depends on the account. Here, let me see if I can share what Scott's real account is. Hold on. And I've never talked to him, but let's see. This is, as far as I know. And I will tell you this: there's a Scott Grimes fans account, which I don't know who runs it. Sometimes I get a feeling that I think this is Scott's real account right here. It doesn't have a blue check mark. I think this is Scott's real account. There's a Scott Grimes fans account that I think I have a feeling is connected to him. Like maybe somebody runs it for him, or not for him, but keeps an eye, like somebody runs it who's kind of, trusted, I guess, or a close fan, or maybe somebody else. For instance, okay. So this one right here. So I think that's Scott's account personally, and I've gotten a couple of interactions from there in the past on my old account, right? Hello, John Sapola. Good to see you, John Sapola. It also depends upon what you're commenting. I sometimes engage with things from more than some years old. Sometimes it pops in your feed, and when someone get thumbs up, yeah. Hey, Pappy. This is the one. Oh, Facebook. I see. Okay, I have a problem. I cannot get into Facebook. Zuckerberg, I don't know what the hell he's doing. What the hell he's doing with Facebook, but I cannot get into Facebook. It's just I cannot get into my accounts. So oh, nice, 74 degrees in Florida. Work is getting crazy though. I hope it's not too crazy. So guys, I can't get into it, but if Maria wants, I know Maria controls Facebook pretty well. What is Maria's opinion on this? If Maria is not like driving or something, she wants to take a look at this. Our wingman here, wingwoman Maria, can take a look at it and see what she says. I cannot look at it. I'm not even political or anything. I have no idea why Facebook. It's been several years since I've been able to. You may as well go Truth Social if I can't get it. Oh, geez. Talking to the contractors. Okay. Hey, Time Prophet. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see Time Prophet. And Time Prophet doesn't use Facebook either. Yeah, not by choice. I just can't. I can't use it. I don't know. Ever since the Trump election, it just got Twitter got all weird, and there was a point where I just couldn't get into it anymore. So Zuckerberg, you're screwing up your platform there, because there's no reason for me not to be able to get into that. So anyway. Today's stream is about staying in growth, staying in your growth. One of the things that's happening, guys, lately, because of all this, there's a sense in society, especially our people who are connected very much online, like all of us are. We're exposed to a lot of stuff, a lot of media, a lot of stuff on social media. There's a sense of chaos and negatives, a lot of negative stuff going on. And of course there are negative things going on, a lot of troublesome things going on. The Ukraine, Middle East, just, very, very, it's stuff that affects us all on some level, to see like tragedy, right? Um, I do want to say though, I do want to say how important it is that we don't fall into the trap of disconnecting from our growth and our connection to creation, our our connection to positivity. If there's a lot of people who would just love to see everybody wrapped up in negativity. And it's very easy to get wrapped up in negativity, guys. It's very easy to get wrapped up in negativity. And Resolute says, nah, Facebook is worthless anyway, just suspending me for insulting local politician. Yeah. See, I don't even do stuff like that. And I got suspended, Resolute. So, yeah, Resolute. Yeah, I agree. I understand. I wish I could use it, though. I wish I could use it. So, it's too easy for us to get wrapped up or swept up in this wave of negativity that is benefiting. God knows who it's benefiting, right? It's people who just like war mongering, hate mongering people, right? But but it's not good for us to get swept up. I would suggest the following. I would suggest to people that you dosify what you're doing online, what you're seeing in media, what you're getting exposed to. It's okay to know what's going on, and then we shouldn't ignore stuff. And we should, if there's like, I put up a link the other day to a very positive, meditation stream for peace or whatever it was, and it seemed like a very positive thing to do. Um, so there's ways to help, there's ways to support, there's ways to, um, but but it's not good for us to get too wrapped up in the things, because that's exactly what certain people want, for us to get too wrapped up in stuff. And when you get too wrapped up in negativity, and it's not like in your home, or it's not even in your home or your life or anything. It's like it's this negativity that's coming from somewhere else, right? And of course we're all connected on this planet, and we're all brothers and sisters. And part of the problem is that some people can't get through their thick heads that we're all brothers and sisters, right? No matter where you're from, or what your group is, or religion, or whatever, we're all on the same team. And we're all on the same team. And that's kind of the vision that Roddenberry had, and the Orville has. And we're all on the same team. We're all on the same team. Wake the fuck up, everybody. But anyway, if we get too wrapped up in negativity, and if you spend too much time, and oh my God, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this worry and panic mode is horrible. Panic mode is horrible for so many reasons. Let me just say hi to Philip. Good to see you, Philip. Good to see you, my evil Vulcan friend. And Nemesis of Eden, good to see you, Nemesis of Eden. Thank you for saying hi, guys. PJ is on a rant, but it's not really a rant. Let's call it a positive rant, a positive rant. We can, if we get wrapped up in stuff, we disconnect from our own growth. We disconnect from what we're working on, what our goals are, what we're trying to achieve in our communities, in our work, in our families, in our friendships, and everything. We disconnect from growth. We disconnect from the creator, from creation, from whatever you want to call it. We disconnect on a spiritual level from growth when we are in that panic and fear absorption mode. And it's very easy to turn on the television, right? Or watch it on YouTube, or whatever. And it's very, very easy to just turn it on and get sucked into it, right? It's very easy to get sucked in. And you watch one short video from the news, and then you click on another one, and boom, and all of a sudden you've been soaking up for 3 hours, right? Hey, Dr. Adega Outlaw. And Dr. Adega Outlaw had a very positive message the other morning when he was filling in for Loki. Thank you for hanging out with us, Dr. Adega. And so when we're, when you're getting absorbed in negativity, which is not even directly part of your life, and I don't want to say that that what's going on in certain parts of the world does not affect us and we're not connected to it. But from a practical point of view, it's not going on in your immediate environment, right? So what I'm trying to say is it's good to be aware of it. It's good to support the good to resolve it. But it's very important. It's very important that your daily life goes on productively and with joy and with happiness and with service and doing good for the community. And you know what? Let's say, well, I can't send money for aid or to those people, or I can't, I feel impotent about, what could I possibly do to help these people? The number one thing you can do is to go about your day and be the best person you can be, right? And this is a message that Dr. Adega has touched upon many times. The best thing you can do is go about your day and be the best person you can be. Be the best sci-fi mom, be the best John DeMarco, the best Dega Ala, the best Time Prophet, the best Maria Tiantelli, the best Resolute, the best AG Sound, the best person you can, best version of yourself you can be, and be that to everybody around you. And you know what's going to happen? That has a ripple effect. And you might not realize it, but it does. It does have a ripple effect. And it also helps you create, it also puts you in a reality that is much less affected by negativity coming in from the outside. And again, I'm not saying to people that they should not be aware of what's going on, but limit your dose of what you're intaking because it affects you. And once it starts affecting you, then you're becoming part of the problem because your positive energy on this planet is being canceled out. And that's not a good thing. So you have to have a happy day. You have to have a good weekend. You have to have an awesome day. And you can say, you can throughout the day, you can remember what, the hard times that people are going on in different parts of the world, right? Hello, Kai. Good to see you. Science fiction author Kai MFS. Good to see you, my friend. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. And so it's absolutely important, guys, that for the good of the world, it's important that you do not disconnect, from your own growth, from your happiness, from your faith, from your joy, from sharing with those around you. And there will be opportunities. There will be opportunities. Like I'll just give you an example. There's opportunities, that have come up. Well, all of a sudden, we can help displaced people from Ukraine, right? Families. And there's opportunity, things will come up. Opportunities will come up for you to contribute and help. Right now, the best way everybody can contribute and help is to continue to live your life in joy and productivity and helping others. If anything, if this serves of anything, of negative things going on, serve in any way, is that it should bring out the best in everybody. And if it brings out the best in everybody, then maybe the people who are more directly involved will wake up and try to do things in a better way, right? Because we're all on the same planet. We're all in this collective consciousness together. And you do, everybody in the chat here, just everybody in the chat, all 18, 20 people in the chat right here. Your collective consciousness, your summation to the grander collective consciousness can have the greatest ripple effect. So if everybody just goes around their, I know it sounds a little woo-woo what I'm talking about, but it's not. It's not. This is the way life works. This is the way the universe works. And in a very practical way, if you are in a bad mood and if you are in a, depressed mood, it's just going to affect people around you, your interactions, your productivity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that your positive ripple effect and your positive contribution is just going to be canceled out if you're not if you're not doing, but what if you're not doing what you need to be doing? What if your joy comes from suffering of the world? What? I hope you're not talking about you, Resolute. Now, listen, people. Anybody, if anybody in that category is just, what if joy comes from the suffering of the world around you? Well, those people are obviously in a different category, and that's not talking. And I'm not. You guys are. That's obviously not anybody in here. So those people who are people who are taking joy in suffering are disconnected to begin with, and it's going to take some it's going to take something else to open their eyes. But you know what? Life, the universe, God will, all in time. The important message here, and this is exactly what I'm telling you guys not to do. Exactly what I'm telling you not to do, Resolute. Focus on yourselves. Focus on yourselves. Just let things go. Focus on yourselves, guys. Hello, James Caserta. Good to see you, my friend. And let me just catch up really quick for the chat. Again, we're doing a quick stream, quick Planetary Union code stream. And I found that one way to avoid a lot of negativity is to ignore the news as much as possible. Yeah. And by the way, you can also, there's another thing too, that you can Google, you can search for stuff. I know a lot of people who watch their news on YouTube. You can, and I do sometimes too. You can search for stuff you like that's important to you, and you can find news about stuff that's important to you and excites you. We should be living in excitement and celebration every day of our lives. We should be trying to live in excitement and celebration, guys. So find stuff that you're passionate about, stuff that gives you excitement, stuff that motivates you. Go find it. Be passionate about being excited. Be passionate about being excited, guys. I am British. Negativity is bred into us in an early age. We have gotten the American. You've written that before, Time Prophet. No fair. You can't write it twice. I know what you're saying though. But that's, you know what? I got to tell you, I got a lot of British friends. I get what you're saying. But there's a lot of exceptions on the British Isles. There's a lot of exceptions to that. I'll tell you right now. What's going on here? Who said we get this party? We get this party started. Good to see you, Kai. Well, we got started once Kai got here. I'm the best time prophet. I am the only time prophet. Ah, yes, you are the only time prophet. By the way, do you know who'd be making fake accounts of Scott Grimes? That's criminal, especially. I know it is criminal, right? Yeah. Hey, Cap. Good to see Captain Fandom Nerd. That logo's looking a little more bluish, a little darker blue there. Okay. Well, I wanted to just be really quick about this today, guys. And good to see you, James. Our weekly nerd affirmation. Yes. It really is true. What does all the negativity do? You see it on some YouTube channels, all over social media, and all the entertainment industry. By the way, Troy and Netter, the dynamic duo who go on Friday and Saturday nights, have turned into really turned into a pillar of positivity and an exemplary community they are building over there. And I think everybody should be subbed to Troy and Netter. And 1 second. This is Troy's channel. If you're not subbed. Oh, well, Troy, I forgot to congratulate you on 700, man. Damn. On 700. Wow. By the way, you guys might be sub to Troy, but you might not be sub to Netter. Troy, if you can put Netter's channel in there. This is Troy's channel, guys. Make sure you're sub to Troy. I'll just put it in there. If you could do me a favor, Troy, and put it in Netter's. By the way, anyone seen Netflix series The Fall of the House of the Usher? Oh no, that sounds good though. I hope it's good remake. Interesting. You cannot have positivity without negativity. It is yin and yang. I get it, but you don't need to, there is negativity, and negativity allows you to, is a good reference point for enjoying, negative and positive. It's a good reference point, right? For identifying positivity, right? But once doesn't take much to identify, it doesn't take much of a reference point, and you don't need to, soak in it, right? You don't need to soak in negativity. So, I can detect all the background doubt and negativity in some of these comments, guys. I'm completely serious, by the way. How powerful, what a powerful change in your life if you take seriously to live your life in a more positive way. How would it affect you? It would affect you guys it really, and it really does affect, especially if you start addressing maybe little habits, but like little habits that are kind of negative. You could start to maybe work on improving those habits, getting rid of those habits and replacing them with better habits. The best way to replace a bad habit is to replace it with a good habit. That is the best way. On the other hand, what happens when you are inspired or encouraged? Ever just felt like $1 million because someone smiled at you? Think about that, and then smile at someone. Absolutely, Troy. And so, speaking from somebody who has a great smile, like Tripicelli, absolutely, Troy. Smiles are free. Give them out. Hand them out, guys. Smiles are free. Give them out to everybody you bought. Everybody, even people you don't know. Listen, Troy is absolutely right. You could give. This is having worked so long with people share a lot of stuff with you. And coming from in psychology and personal growth, people share so much with you. There's a lot of people I'm just going to give you an example. There's a lot of people who could feel very lonely or alone. And, by smiling at them in the supermarket, you could just make somebody's day. And by making somebody's day, their week goes better, right? Their whole week can go better just from having a better day. And it's free. It's free. Smiles are free. What you resist persists. Yeah. In many ways. That's good, James. Yeah. If you if you focus on stuff in a negative way, it's not going to make it go away. Okay. Because you're focusing on it. This is something I brought up the other day, especially about in our nerd community, about focusing on, oh, look at how crappy this is. This is so crappy. Oh my God, everybody. Hey, come on, guys, gather around. Look how crappy this is. Huh? Stop and think about what you're doing. Stop and think about what you're doing with your channels, YouTubers. Think about what you're doing. I get that There are moments to do that. I get there are moments to review stuff. I get that there are moments to that everybody wants to know what your thought is about stuff. But think long term. You want to be Yoda or you want to be Palpatine? Seriously. Do you want to be Yoda or do you want to be Palpatine? The quick and easy route. Palpatine. Anyway, just some thoughts. Do you remember the old cartoon series Gargoyles? I do. I didn't watch it much because they're making. I think I heard something about that. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Bill. Bill keeps us sharp here. Thank you, Bill. Bill, you just keep going and sharing, man. You just keep us on our toes. You make a great first officer, Bill. Keep us on our toes. Hey, Mr. Lundell. Good to see you, Mr. Lundell. Live action gargoyles, damn them, down straight to hell. Okay. It's a slow burn, but I'm getting there. Yeah, congrats to 700, my friend. I'm subbed to Netter and Troy. When I do the stream about for Gil, it's going to be very soon. I need to just make sure. I need to double check one or two things, and we're going to announce it. And when we announce it, you guys will definitely be hearing about it. It'll be all over Twitter, and it'll be here too as well. I will put it up with in advance, so everybody knows about it. Netter's channel, guys. I know that some people are not subscribed to Netter because they go to Troy's channel and so they just think they're subscribed, but they're not. You're not subscribed to Netter. If you think you're subscribed to Netter, chances are you might not be. So go just double check. And there's a time to be negative, but there's a time to be positive as well. There are times to experience the negativity, right? And there's times where you might have loss. You might have to, there are times where you have to heal. You need to give yourself time you're hurting and you need to give yourself time to heal. The problem is staying there too long. The problem is picking up bad habits. Like, you can pick up bad habits from bad experiences. And all of a sudden your bad experience is not an isolated bad experience, but you pick up a bad habit from it. So watch yourselves, guys. Nerd therapy. Absolutely, James. Don't worry about, kinda. It's not really therapy. I can't say that. Don't worry about yin yang. There's so damn much negativity in the world. We know danger of too much positive. Yeah, absolutely. Troy is a voice of reason. Thank you, Troy. The yin and yang. Listen, there's plenty of references to be able to identify good and bad. There's all our lives are basically roller coasters. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. We're on this ride. There's plenty enough and there's plenty enough of bad and mediocre moments. Focus on the positive, guys. And by the way, let me just say that there are certain people who, there are people who say life is truly, truly amazing. And that has to do with their perspective. And one of the things we need to work on is our perspective. And that's kind of what Troy is touching upon, right? And what I'm trying to say too is that we need to work on our perspective. We need to focus on the positive. If we are caught up in fear, panic, and worry, we are completely disconnected from creativity and from growth. The message of today is stay in your growth. Stay in your growth. Stay in your joy. Stay in your happiness. Don't let anything pull you away from your mission to be happy. Even bad news. even concern for other people's. You can have that concern. You can have that concern. Don't let the negativity absorb you. You know what's going to happen? You know what? The funny thing is that the more, like if you stay in that creative state, if you stay connected to who you are in your positivity, you might come up with some brilliant ideas on how to help other people if you stay there. But if you start to, just squander your time here on earth by worrying about shit, you're not going to be a help to anybody. You're going to just become part of the problem. Monks don't have any bad habits. Funny. That's funny, Bill. Smile at someone in the street and they'll think you are mad too. Oh, yeah. I know Time Prophet's kidding. I had a freshman college advisor who told me, even after growing up on the campus of Missouri State, to hold my head up high and smile, then watch people's reactions. I still do that today. You have a great smile, young lady. You have a great smile. I bet you cheer a lot of people up with that wonderful smile. The same way you trained your mind to think ineffective, negative, and ultimately self-defeating thoughts can be used to create a positive, peaceful, and creative life. It is within your reach. And guys, one of the wisest people, one of the wisest friends I've met here on the internet, Diego Outlaw. You know that trope about the wise man up on the mountain? That's a Diego. That guy up there on the mountain, everybody goes and talks to, that's a Diego. It's a Diego Outlaw. I kid you not. Gives you confidence when you hold your head up and not look at the ground. Absolutely. Yeah. So when Sci-Fi Mombi is saying here, like your posture, listen, your posture says a lot about how you feel, and your body language says a lot about how you feel. Sometimes by correcting your body language and posture, you start to feel better because you snap into that. You snap into, oh, my body is doing the muscle memory for when I'm happy and bold and when I'm in my mojo, right? So that's great comment, Sci-Fi Mombi. Thank you. You can get arrested even if you look at some. It's just, I know you see, Prophet's funny. I know he's joking. Prophet is funny. Must resist making non-habit jokes. Must resist resolute. You guys are a blast. I have a friend who likes to bring up bad news in the world all the time. I just say, okay, enjoy. Listen, there are people, and we've all been like this at some point, right? If you introspect, you can see that you've all been like this at some point. There's people who have this Paul Revere thing about being the first to tell everybody something, and usually it's bad news. I would try to take the silver lining of whatever bad news comes your way, because listen, bad news and negative news is bad and negative, right? In itself. Now, how you interpret and how you learn from that is very important. And there's the silver lining, how you learn from it. So I would suggest that you try to take the silver lining from that situation and try to encourage the person to focus on the positive. Like even the person who's telling you the news, right? Negativity has a place, such as when we're talking about new track, as long as we don't neglect positivity, such as when we're talking about the Orville. That's funny. Yeah. By the way, I do want to say, guys, that listen, I'm the first one to criticize stuff that's bad. Before anyone, I will criticize stuff that is bad, right? And people say, oh, well, there's different tastes, right? Well, yeah, there's different tastes, and we can like one thing more than the other. And then sometimes there's just stuff that's that's done poorly. It's just done poorly, right? Regardless of better taste, regardless of individual tastes. However, I do want to say, and John DeMarco's a very good example of this, by the way. I want to say that it's important how we treat people online, people we know, people we don't know. It's very easy to treat people we don't know in a very poor way because we don't agree with them, because they're being fans of for something like New Trek, right? Who many traditional fans think is being destroyed, right? The Trek is being destroyed, but how we treat people is very important. And going into mistreating people is taking away from you. Mistreating people, even over New Trek, yes, guys, even over New Trek, mistreating people is wrong all the time. Okay. I don't want to be Yoda. He's short and green. Okay. We are all energy. We transfer that energy whenever we interact with the world. It's harder to almost always have positive energy, but it's better for the world. Thank you, Nemesis. Isn't that wonderful? And it's better for your life too. And let me just say, guys, this is not living in denial on a daily basis. Like, being positive is not living in denial on a daily basis. It's not. It's getting through those bumps in the road, or getting up when you've fallen down, or whatever it is, and moving forward in a much more advantageous and productive way. So many people are so easily sidetracked with BS and bad moments, and that they just completely completely sidetracks them, right? It's not good. It's not good. You need to stay on your path of growth, on your purpose, on your mission, on your joy, on your passion. That's where you need to stay. Ray was both a Skywalker and a Palpatine. How cute, guys. I live action gargoyles. A whole made for television movie was more than enough. We don't need a live action cartoon. That doesn't. Thank you, Mr. Rondell. That doesn't mean you aren't allowed to have a project to have and project negative energy. Just remember, it's powerful as the positive energy. Just as powerful as the positive. Yeah, I mean, listen. By the way, there are moments. And this doesn't mean you're a sucker, right? There are moments to stand up for yourself. There's moments to stand up for others. There's moments to say no, right? There's moments to be bold. And there's moments to, but we're talking about general trends here, guys. Positivity is very important, and don't let general negativity in the environment, especially in the news and media, affect you. Dark Side Yoda, that's pretty sweet. It takes 6 people to change a habit. 6 weeks. Six people. Well, it takes 6 weeks to change a habit. Yeah, that's something I hear a lot. It depends, guys. It depends. Yeah, it depends. I'm gonna have to cut this short in like 5 minutes, guys. At the end of the stream, make sure it's the real Scott Grimes singing. That's the line. That's the quote of the day, Bill. That's the quote of the day. I smile before I answer a call. Isn't that wonderful, John? Is that true? That's wonderful. That's the quote of that's an equally important quote of the day. Love that, guys. When you smile before a call, they can tell. John, do you like train people? Because that's something I would say. That's funny. I love that. I love that, John Cipolla. What a Dega says is Dave G sound. Absolutely, what a Dega says. Yeah, he's the wise man. He's the wise man up on the mountain. And Troy, there's another wise man up on the mountain. Troy Shelley. Quicker, easier, more seductive the dark path is. Yes. Hey, Donnie Don. Donnie Don Don. Good to see you, Donnie Don Don. hope everybody is well. I hope you're Power Rangering through your day. My posture says I need a new spine. Oh, you are a wonderful, wonderful human being, Resolute. And well, some of us might need a better spine, but there's a lot we can do with the one we got. There's a lot we can do. There's a lot that can be improved. By the way, so I know a lot of people get bummed out with physical ailments and stuff. If you try to get in tune within yourself and within your space and within, even working with, being in tune with exploring possibilities with even with your doctors and healthcare and stuff, there's often better ways that you're just unaware of to improve health overall. And a lot of people, mostly, have done a lot of work with this, and a lot of people are surprised that they can really better things, even when a lot of times they think they can't. Every silver lining is you're just gonna rain. You just want to rain on my parade, don't you? I'm just kidding. That's funny, Prophet. Find that silver lining in the mushroom cloud, even if it's just radiation. Oh, you guys are a barrel of laughs. That's funny, Nemesis. I have a friend who never leaves negativity. I tell him to go call your congressman, leave me alone. That's funny. That's funny, John. You guys are a blast. Good point, BJ. We can criticize something we don't like without attacking. But yeah, the personal attacks are absolutely unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. And I want to say this. I'm going to say that, I've seen a lot of big YouTube channels, make personal comments to, against people. And, regardless whether it's Ryan Johnson, Kurtzman, Kathleen Kennedy, whatever it is, I do not support that. Absolutely do not. And no, I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Let's see. I got to close up soon, guys. Here's a question. Patrick Stewart is thinking or wanting to make a Trek movie. So with that, what do you think will happen given the age he is and how long? I heard something like that. If it's true, it needs to be put into good hands. I'm actually not sure the situation, according to the situation with the whole refusion of Paramount. I'm not sure if the Star Trek movie would be a much safer bet with regards to the content, like with regards to like Kurtzman not having his hands on it. I'm not sure if it would be better if it was a movie and it was given to somebody responsible, right? Unfortunately, in my opinion, is that as much as Terry wanted to do good and he did good, but he had his hands tied for Picard season 3. I think I'm not sure if the movie situation gives the director person in charge of it more independence. The movie situation. They can still say criticism. Guys, I'm gonna go. My listening's bad. I gotta go, guys. I gotta wrap up. Let me just really quick through all these. I don't mind one more. I have a feeling a TNG movie would be more responsibly done. That's my gut feeling. G'day, Ty. Good to see you. My alerts are going working. I am going to have to run, guys, but I want to thank everybody for being in here. And the message of the day is, guys, stay in your growth regarding, and if you're just coming in here, even there's all that negative news out there, stay in your growth, stay in your path, stay on your path in your daily life. Stay in joy, stay in positivity. Think about ways to help people who are, going through difficult times on this planet. You can do that. Don't let the negative news absorb you completely. You can be aware of what's going on, but don't let it affect you to the point where you are disconnecting. You're disconnecting from your creativity, your happiness, your path, your mission. Whatever is going on, your daily life is still going on, and you can make this world a better place by being the best you can be throughout your day. And things will pop up to help people locally and even help people around the world. Things will pop up and those opportunities will present themselves. But stay focused on your path, your mission, your growth, and, give people a smile. Like you guys mentioned in the chat, give people a smile. Smiles are free. Give people, be generous emotionally with everybody around you. Be the best you can be, guys. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna just run through this really quick. John DeMarco, thanks for hanging out. James, Time Prophet, Bill Barkley, Sci-Fi Mambi, Troy, Resolute Germ, James Caserta, Sci-Fi Mambi, Digi Sound, Ty, good to see you, John Sopola. I'm repeating people, but I'm sure I don't have Troy, Don, Nemesis of Eden, Adega. Adega's always lurking. Mr. Lindell, good to see everybody, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Captain Fandom Nerd, thank you guys for being here. And everybody else who, that's about as far back as I can go. Everybody who's been here, George Peter Gatsis, George Peter got this. Philip Gaming and Maria. And I want to thank everybody who's been here. You guys have an awesome, awesome day. Stay in happiness, stay in your growth, stay on your path, stay passionate about your excitement in life. Later, guys.
It's all I've got to say.
Yes, folks, that is the real Scott Grimes. Later.
Let's give this everything we got, and may the force be with you.